Now 3 hours later, we're coming back to the yogurt as I mentioned before, and we're going to test it to make sure that we are at 180 degrees. And the reason that we want it at 180 degrees is to kill off the non-beneficial microbes within your plant-based milk. Keep in mind that whether you are making traditional yogurt or plant-based yogurt, these would be the same steps that you would have to utilize. Now I'm going to go in and, of course, make sure to pull my lid off sideways, not to burn myself with the liquid. And then using a digital thermometer, I'm going to go ahead and set that to Fahrenheit, and making sure that it's room temperature and sterilized. I'm going to go ahead and test the temperature variance of my yogurt, and it takes about 20 to 30 seconds, as you would estimate, to make sure that you are at the right temperature. Keep in mind that you keep your hand on the side of the crock insert so that you don't burn yourself. And we are right here at 181 degrees. We went over just a little, but that should be fine. And then I'm going to set my thermometer to the side, and then I'm going to put the lid back on the yogurt, and I'm going to let this cool for another 3 hours. And in which case it should be right before going to bed, and at that point I would put in the starter culture and show you the next steps. And so I will be right back with those as soon as this cools down to 110. You want a temperature between 110 and 115 degrees. I usually aim for around 112, so we will be back in a few hours and see all that happen. I just went in and again used the candy thermometer to test the almond milk, and it is right about 112 degrees, so it's perfect. So I'm going to go in now and use my culture starter, add it to the milk that has cooled, and stir it up. That should be enough here. Generally, yogurt culture is kind of like smoothie powder, whey powder, so you can see that when it comes out, it's just kind of an off-white color. And sometimes, like this, has a few speckles in it, so that's to be expected. And then once I've added that in, I'm just going to go in and gently give it a stir. And making sure to scrape down the sides. And I like to go through and just stir it about 15-20 times just to make sure that it is well incorporated and that there's nothing lingering around the edges. And then once that's done, making sure that it again is unplugged. I'm going to put the lid on the crock pot, and once everything is stirred up, I'm then going to take 2 cotton towels and completely wrap up the crock pot, and this is just to maintain the internal temperature of the yogurt. And then I'm going to go through and make sure everything is tightly tucked in, and once that's done, it will sit for about 12 hours, and then I will come back tomorrow morning and let you see the next step in the yogurt making process.
Somewhat together, I found it very runny. This could probably be for the fact that I make plant-based yogurt, but all in all, I would not recommend this product if you want something that is commercially similar to what you can buy in store. If you're of the opinion that you're going to have to strain this and let it sit out an additional 12 hours on your counter, then you may be able to make something of this. All in all, it wasn't the best yogurt making experience for me, but please do realize that your mileage will vary in that regard. I will list in the description bar the details to find this product on Amazon, and thank you for watching.